Welcome back to another episode brought to you by Game Glitches. Right now we're gonna take a look at Stranded Deep, and due to an overwhelming request and due to overwhelming concerns on my comments section, people were kept asking me, where do I obtain more resources? Do I have to constantly travel to the other islands to obtain them, and so on? The answer is yes. Unfortunately, for you to play this game legitly, you would need to, well, bring your resources back home from the other islands that are surrounding you. Either dragging these poor resources using your motorboat, or bringing them over in a raft, or swimming and dragging with them. In any case, it's just a miserable experience. So due to an overwhelming request on my comments, I decided to show you guys how you could hack the game to have limitless resources. For example, as you can see here, I have built tons of foundations. You could set it to be completely free of materials, or just have very few materials. For example, let's take this stick. We have a stick, we take out a hammer, and then we click. As you can see, everything is worth literally one stick. I can build this foundation just simply using, boom, a single stick if need to be, and so I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. I usually never make hack videos and so on, but due to an overwhelming request again and overwhelming concern on my commentary section, I'm gonna demonstrate right now how you guys can do it, and it's very simple, and you do not even need to download any third-party programs. You could completely simply do it yourself. Also, within this video, I will include how you could have how you could activate scuba diving goggles, and how you could activate flippers so you could swim, as you could see, much faster than you could normally. Look at this, I already covered a great distance away from the island within matter of seconds. So without further ado, let's quickly jump to how to do it. First, we will start by altering the crafting components that are needed. Please navigate yourself to the building folder. Usually it's located in Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Stranded Deep 64 Data, then construction combination, and building folder. And then inside this building folder, you will see only two files: the building combination.json and building combination.json.meta. I would personally recommend for you guys to create a brand new folder. You could name it whatever you want. I named mine unchanged files, and create the copy of these two files in case you screw something up into the unchanged file folder, or whatever the folder you created. Just dump a whole copy of files into it, so in case, again, as anything happens, you could easily recover these files. Now, once you found those files, the next stage you need to do is go to a website that can now alter and edit .json files. Please note that if you have a piece of software or any other ways of altering the files, feel free to use that way. My way is to demonstrate to you guys how to alter these files without use of third-party programs, in a sense of downloading them or installing anything at all on your computer, because many people are afraid of viruses, spywares, and all of that. And this way, you don't have to even download my files. You could alter them completely yourself. So when you go to google.json, after you have google.json, you will find one of these links right here. The one that I decided to use is .json editor online. Once you enter .json editor online, you have to now go and, of course, click open, browse, and open building combination. Of course, I already have it here open, so there's no need for me to click open on it again. Once you click it open, on this side you will have code. If there's nothing on this side, you would need to click this little arrow to the right, so it now generates you the code. Now, let's see it here. As you can see, you have 4 current combinations within the game that you can craft. First off, as you can see, you have foundation, support, wall support, steps, and roofs. Now, let me explain to you how do you change it. Right here, you will click materials. As you can see, these are the materials that are needed to craft. Now, how do you alter these materials? There are several ways. One of the ways you could, well, straight up go and, oh, of course, if you wanted to properly arrange the code, you just click to the left, it will appear stuff here, and then if you click to the right, it will appear stuff in a basically proper format rather than this layout. Now, once you see this layout here, you have to navigate yourself on the left side and now start removing the materials. For example, here you have foundation. So screw it, remove everything out of these other 7 components out of foundation. And there you go. Please note that you would also need to remove this comma right here at the end of the sticks. Otherwise, it would give you a bad string error because this comma within this code represents that there's something else to come after it. If you don't remove it, it would not work at all. You would not be even able to craft in the game if you save this file. You would not be able to craft the foundation at all. So what you need to do is remove that last comma right after crafting step. And there you go. The whole thing disappeared now, and it's now allows you to craft. So following that process, you could remove it under everything, under foundation, support, walls, building, everything, you know, whatever. You could even leave it to craft. Let's say you have an abundance of rope. Let's say you do not want sticks. There's yucca plants produces 2 ropes every 1.5 minutes. So you can think to yourself, I can farm out X amount of ropes and so on minutes, never leave my island, you know, maybe write a little program that automatically will harvest things for me, and you could technically just use rope or potatoes or crabs, whatever is in your environment. You could literally put it in here and use it to craft. You know, you already have the rope prefab here, so you could just, you know, copy it and paste it and, you know, leave it here. If you don't want any kind of thing altogether, let's say crafting, all you have to do is just leave this thing right here, foundation. Let's say you just want to attach things to the foundation, but you don't want to craft things for the foundation. You could completely remove, there you go, like that, all together. And now when you mouse over the foundation, you can actually now build whatever you want on that foundation. I mean, I strongly don't recommend it because it bugs out. Sometimes just leave one item that you can craft things with in there. This way the bug won't really happen at all. And so, but you'll be able to craft from, again, as I mentioned earlier in my video, from 4 pieces of wood, 4 sticks, I mean. You could craft 4 foundation. Each tree has minimum 1 to 3 logs. You could have now 4 to 12 sticks that you could craft 4 to 12 foundations with. So let's now continue. Once you, of course, altered all your files, made them look the way you wanted, the next stage you would want to go is go save to disk. All of a sudden you get pop-up save, and now you would save this document. After you save the document, you can now drag it into the building folder. Now, once you moved your files into the building folder, the backup files, once you move them, you can now rename this document.json into building combination. I already renamed this, is just for demonstration's sake. I'm showing you guys what needs to be done. Once you do that, all you have to do is relaunch the game. Please note that no effect will take change within the game. You could even actually crash it and corrupt your save file if you try to change this while running the game. So please note, save your game, exit your game, and then change the file, the building configuration files, and then start your game back up, and voila, you can now easily craft everything you want in the base. Now, Having done that, the next stage that I promised I'm gonna show you guys how to do is increase your swimming speed by giving yourself flippers, and of course allowed to see underwater much further by giving yourself scuba diving goggles. For that though, you would need to install on your computer NOTEPAD++. It's a very popular program, and if you're not familiar with it, then I'm sorry, but anybody who does anything with computers or ever altered a file or anything programmed in any language, technically almost in any language, especially C++, you would be very familiar with NOTEPAD++. So, also don't forget, I will have a link included at the bottom of my video and the description to my previous guides and to the NOTEPAD++ link where you could download it, including the link to JSONEditorOnline.org, so you guys could easily find it. So now quickly, let's go take a look at how to alter your swimming speed. Now what you need to do is go back few folders. Instead of going all the way to construction, combination, and so on, you need to stop at the data folder where you have your options and save.json folder. Here you could technically use JSON online editor, but I've been having difficulties with it, so I decided to do a little bit of different approach. Right click on this and then select open up with NOTEPAD++. Once this opens up, all you have to do is now click Ctrl F on your keyboard. Type in, as you could see here, GOG, which is short for goggles. Click Find. And as you could see, right here, you will find goggles. I already went on ahead and changed this from false to true. This was originally false, I changed it to true. If you find the swimming goggles in the game or the flippers in the game, this will be automatically true for you. Those are the two things that automatically apply to your character, and it don't seem to decay or break. They're just kind of taking effect on you, permanent effect. So all you need to do is change has goggles to true, then click Ctrl F one more time. Then type in flip for flippers. And as you can see here, we have the same thing, has flipper. Whoops, there we go, just made a little typo. And again, you would need to change this to true. Please also note that has goggles and has flippers. Both of them are right next to each other. If you use any other program, it might be in a, right below it in a more of a neatly organized way format. But if you're just trying to use Notepad editor and you don't care about nothing else but giving yourself a swimming speed and giving yourself ability to see underwater, these are the only two files that you would need to change. Please note, you don't really need to save a copy of this save.json file unless you are planning to alter more of the things like player crafting, the item discovery, what's in your inventory, for example, you could change what's in your inventory here. You can give yourself more rocks. You could give yourself infinite amount of rocks if you want to change it. Then I would recommend, if you're going to be screwing around with this file, to save it somewhere else in case you screw up, and this way you don't lose your saved game. You just put the files back. Hell, just make another folder in here like I did in the previous one and just dump things in there. It should not interfere with game whatsoever, but it'll give you a peace of mind, so in case something does go wrong, you could always revert back to your old game. You can, of course, through these methods and several others, I'm gonna probably make a video, are able to spawn any kind of items, including the freaking legendary, the spear gun and all of that. You could just spawn it in your hands at will, though it does require you to reload the game, and you can't do it while the game is active. I'll make another whole tutorial for that. Please check out the playlist for Stranded Deep. There are guides there for everything, how to play this game legitly, how to craft everything, and there are going to be guides now, well, if those who are just want to have fun and play this game like Minecraft and just have creative mode, so to speak, and have limitless building resources, there will be guides available for that as well. Also, on top of that, on this Thursday, on February 6th, I'm starting my first Twitch TV channel. I'll be streaming Thursday, Friday, Saturday from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 12 a.m. Eastern Time. So guys, check out my streams. I'll be holding votes on what game you guys want me to play. It's, Stranded Deep, H1Z1, or Breaking Point, DayZ, freaking even Minecraft, whatever. I'll allow you guys to basically have full control over what games I play. I'll have constantly votings and all of that. So please come check me out at, twitch.tv/gamesglitches. Proper spelling, none of those Z's or anything kind of, stranding away, because people have been having issues with finding me with using the Z. So now it's going to be properly spelled Games Glitches. So check out my first broadcast this Thursday, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please click like, please click subscribe, please give me further any suggestions or in comments below on what you guys would like me to do or to see, to improve your gameplay, and I will see what I can do about that. Thank you very much, and please stay safe in the land of Stranded Deep.